you work out 5 times a week and you don't have a recovery process in order to do that, your body is not going to last. It will break down.
Right. Hey, thanks so much for joining us for another podcast. We are really looking forward to the upcoming year and hoping to do a lot more. So what we really need you to do for our 2026 epic year is to comment below and let us know what you want to hear about.
Only 50% of you guys have subscribed to our podcast, and we want to hear from you. We want to know your thoughts. So help us help you by commenting below.
What's up, G?
Hi, Jamal.
Episode 5
5.
of Reps and Real Talk, where we not only discuss fitness, but we also discuss real life. So this episode, we are going to talk about what makes Fitness Destination different, client of the month. We're also going to talk about the rising food costs and different ways of recovery. Anything else I miss?
I don't think so, but I think that's a good variety of important topics that everybody needs to know about.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's start off. I personally am disgusted on, let's just be honest, disgusted on the rising cost of food.
It's unbelievable to me.
So what do you shop at?
I generally shop at Trader Joe's, Walmart, and then if I just need like little stuff or there's good things on sale, I'll go to the Teeter.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Where do you go?
I do Harris Teeter. My wife loves Food Line.
Food Lion's good.
Yeah, Food Line's good. I'm not much of a fan, but Food Line is definitely in our house. And then I recently got into Lowe's Foods because they just moved by the house.
Yeah.
I
just think they're really expensive.
Yeah. So when it comes to food, I personally notice that the cost is through the roof. Like I was looking at, and personally, I was measuring the cost of different places before we got here. So I was looking at how much eggs cost at Food Line and then how much egg costs at Whole Foods for the same exact brand. And I think it's crazy because like you can go in one place and if you get, let's say, pasture-raised eggs, which are
the
healthiest.
And I'm super picky about my eggs.
Yeah. And they're considered to be the healthiest eggs because they just graze more.
Yeah.
Those at Trader Joe's, no, not at Trader Joe's, at Harris Teeter were like $6-7 bucks.
No, they're like $8.99 now.
Yeah.
For the Vital pasture-raised eggs.
Yeah. And I just find it that I can go shopping and just go for a few things and I'm gonna spend over $100 bucks.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit. I know you do a lot more shopping than I do when it comes.
I do.
So what are some of the things that you personally notice in your day-to-day shopping?
Well, I think eggs is definitely the biggest one.
Yeah.
So I try to get those from Trader Joe's because they do have the pasture-raised eggs, which for those of you who don't know what pasture-raised eggs, they're actually in a field.
Yeah.
Cage-free they have 2 by 2 feet of section and they can label it as cage-free eggs. So I'm just a little picky. But so for me, Walmart and Trader's has the best deal on eggs because I don't even know if I haven't been to Food Line in a while, but those seems to be the 2 prices. And then chicken. I think the price of chicken has really gone up because you used to be able to get, because even at Costco, like I'll go to Costco and shop in bulk, but even their price per pound has gone up probably at least $1.
Yeah. I think that everything is going up, but people's pay.
Yeah. Even bread.
Yeah.
It's got like a loaf of bread is $4.50 for that Dave's ultra thin bread. So I try to hit it when it's on sale.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even me going shopping for just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And I'm not buying alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm spending $120. Like, and that's probably just for the week to just. So just even for the
century.
And that's just the 2 of us.
Yeah. Wow. So that's just you and the hubby.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So for me, I like to grill. So meats in general to me has just gone through the roof. Like if you want anything steak, chicken, fish, anything is if to me it's insane how much it costs.
Yeah.
And some of the things that I try to do personally to keep the cost down is I try to plan my stuff out before I go and see exactly what I'm getting. And I know that buying things that are in season
Yes.
normally help
Oh.
out, but it's just so hard when you're trying to eat, when you're trying to do it healthy.
Well, and that's when I think like you're good about on Sunday getting all your meat
Yeah.
and grilling all that. So then you kind of have a plan for the week, right? Like I've been trying to be better about meal planning so that when I make dinner, I try to make a big salad that lasts me a couple days so that I can just have that for lunches, throw some protein on it and call it a day.
Yeah.
My egg roll in a bowl, that's my favorite go-to recipe
That's good.
because it makes a lot.
Yep.
And you just serve it on quinoa or rice and it's healthy, low-cal, high protein.
Yeah.
But I think because of the rising cost of food, we as humans need to be better at meal prepping
Yeah.
and like not letting stuff go bad or not letting stuff sit in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And I think meal prepping really helps with that
Yeah.
and utilizes, you can make, you buy chicken. There's a lot of things you can cook with chicken.
Yeah. And even like you said, storing is hugely important of how you store. So I've seen it with the rising price of food. I've seen it change. And even what I normally have to tell my clients when it comes to training, because it's always been the notion that if you are working out, you're trying to become healthier, you're trying to become fit, you shouldn't eat out, for one, because
Right.
it's not as healthy, but two, you save money. And it's turned to be that that's not the case. Maybe because to buy groceries and to eat out is almost the same price.
It is, yeah.
So it's really changed the way that, me and a lot of, our trainers have even had a conversation about meal prepping, talking to people. I think meal prepping is honestly the best way to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
But the way that groceries are going, in some cases, it may be best to just find a good restaurant, to.
Well, or like, we partner with 212 Meals now,
Yep.
which what the average cost of their meals are $12, $11-12. So, and for what you're getting, you're getting a full meal.
Yeah.
That's the macros are good.
Yeah.
They've taken the work out of it for you
Yeah.
and you just come and pick it up. But yeah, I feel like, even Todd and I will just go get kava one night because for $20, but
Yeah.
even going to Chick-fil-A is like $25 for 2 meals. I got breakfast. Yeah, I got breakfast with me and my son and it was literally $25. Breakfast.
Yeah. And for me, back in the day, that used to be like a nice
Yeah, that's a nice dinner. Yeah.
$50 for breakfast. You had like a really nice breakfast.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're listening to this at home, I personally think that it is challenging to eat healthy. But I think now more than ever, with the state of the economy, with the state of prices rising, not only from just groceries, we have to be very, very mindful of how we spend our money. And we have to be good at planning about what we are going to eat
Right.
and things like that.
Because at the end of the day, you're still nutritionally going to want to stay away from processed foods, which I know that are cheaper.
Yeah.
But that's where you have to that's where I think meal planning plays a big role because we don't have a lot of time to cook. So by utilizing meal prepping, I have this plan for dinner, but then I have this for the next 2 lunches the next day so that you're still being able to be nutritionally sound, especially with your kids, but you're not like spending 3 hours every night in the kitchen cooking.
Yeah, being healthy now is more of a challenge now than ever because you have food prices that's going up, especially if you have a family. I think that is almost impossible if you don't have a plan. And then you also have to look at the long-term effects of things as well. Like now eating healthy is starting to become a luxury.
Right.
for most people.
And it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't have to be a luxury to eat healthy, but it's starting to become that way because you got those restaurants and healthy spots like Whole Foods, and if I buy 2 things at Whole Foods, I'm at $100,
Yeah, well, and like and Lidl are 2 great examples of they have, especially Aldi has a great organic produce section. You can get grass-fed beef there.
Yeah.
That's very inexpensive. I mean, there's a lot of good alternatives that you can still buy nutritionally well
Yeah.
produced food that you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. It's just, I think you have to shop around and not just go to one grocery store.
Yeah. Buying the groceries right now suck. So if anyone is watching this and you're in any sort of charge, and I tell this, us as the people, we actually do have a say-so on
Yeah.
what is like what we eat, the prices. I'm not gonna get into anything political, but I will say that every time you go to the grocery store and you swipe, and you put your food in, you're voting for what you like. These companies see exactly
Right.
what our trends are. So if you're eating, all these horrible cereals and all these other GMO foods,
And they're selling it.
these people see that.
They're going to keep producing them. Yeah.
To see those things. When we're buying our groceries and we're getting healthy whole foods and things like that, we help control how that market goes. And maybe you won't spend $3 for one cucumber, And I think that's something we have to be mindful of. They're going to keep Oreos cheap because they know that's what we like.
Right.
If we stop buying Oreos and all these processed foods to those amounts, they're going to have to change. They're going to have to switch. So I know buying groceries suck. It sucks in my household, pretty much everyone's household right now. But just know that whenever you go to Harris Teeter, Lidl, Kroger, Whole Foods, you're making your vote every time you do that. Yeah. So that's enough of that. I would say one of the things for me and Gretchen, I know you help run an amazing gym, the Fitness Destinations. And one of the things that I realize is that there's a lot of people now with all of I know we do a lot of our challenges and things like that are so gung-ho about training, doing the 75 hard, Whole30 diets. Everyone's trying to get, the word I'm trying to use is, they're just so gung-ho about things. But now I think we need to focus on also recovery and how, just how you should keep your body stable for the next 20, 30 years,
Right.
Of your life.
Well, because you beat it down so much when you're at the gym. So you're working hard. You're trying to put good nutrition in your body.
Yeah.
But the other piece of it is that you got to let your body rest. Your muscles need time to rebuild. Because when you go to the gym and you're lifting heavy or, you go run 10 miles, you're tearing your muscles.
Yeah.
They're tired. They need a break. So what do you think what are the best types of recovery that you have found that works best for you?
Man, so there are hundreds of ways of recovery. Now, me personally, I would say my best, or I'm not going to say best, I would say my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite ways of recovery are massage therapy. Body work by far is probably one of the best ways to help you recover. Rest, the sleep is definitely number one. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. But then if you're getting enough sleep, the other thing I would say is like saunas are really good. Cryotherapy is great. Cold plunging is awesome for reducing inflammation. Those would be my top 5 outside of sleep, I would say.
Sleep is my favorite.
Yeah, sleep is definitely important. I think in this day and age, sleep is something that is a lost art, mainly because everyone's about making money and everyone is about getting the most out of things.
I'm keeping up with the Joneses and
Yeah, we're all trying to keep up, but one of the main things I think we miss out on is making sure we're getting enough sleep. We are so consumed at working so hard, especially here in America, that 4 hours of sleep is normal. And in other
which is
countries,
crazy.
yeah, it's
Yeah, you can get a siesta in some countries. They shut down the office work hour.
yeah,
No, and especially too for me because I'm already in menopause and aging and your cognitive decline and stuff. Sleep is so important, and I fix my sleep, which is so nice because now I sleep 8 and 9 hours a night. Like it's fabulous.
yeah,
And on the weekend, I can sleep 10 hours. Like it may not be 10 consistent, but I'm sleeping.
yeah.
It's so nice.
And a lot of people, I think people think that recovery has to be like a luxury when it actually is part of the work. If you show me what your workout is or how hard you train, I can show you what your recovery should
Be.
look like. And if your recovery is not there, I can show you how long you'll be able to last by doing this. Because if you work out, like we have some people that come 5 times a week.
Yeah.
If you work out 5 times a week and you don't have a recovery process in order to do that, your body is not going to last. It will break down.
Right.
And that's just with anything. Everything on this planet needs some sort of rest to reset and build. You can't do everything 100% all the time.
Right.
And I think planning is very important when it comes to that. So what are your favorite recovery forms for you?
I like to just go walking like
Yeah.
that. Put my headphones in, I listen to my book, and I'll go for a 3 or 4 mile walk,
I think it's good.
but I'm just walking,
Yeah.
right? So I'm getting my heart rate up to a decent amount of level. I'm moving my body. I'm getting my steps in, but I'm not like lifting, bicep curls, doing upper body, lower body. It's just a nice, easy
Yeah,
thing to do.
yeah, yeah.
And then I don't know. How do you feel about just taking a whole day off? Like I feel like sometimes your body just needs a day.
Taking a day of rest is very important. I think walking is one of the most underrated forms of recovery because it, like you said, it doesn't just help physically, but it also helps cognitively too. Especially,
Yeah.
I'll walk and just listen to like lyricless music, just instrumentals. But I think if taking a day, there's nothing wrong with taking a day
Yeah.
off. You know,
I think for some people that's hard to get in their brain,
yeah,
but I feel like you don't have to do something hard every single day. Like if you can't not have a day of just like chilling out and just enjoying the day or whatever,
yeah.
then just walk. I like to swim sometimes. I'll get in the pool. Swimming, you can't talk to anybody, you can't listen to anything. It's just so nice and peaceful.
And I think that everyone once told me that it's a marathon, but I like to look at it as if it's a bunch of sprints. So think of it like a bunch of 100-meter sprints
Right.
to the end of your year. It's not a whole marathon you got to run and hurt yourself. You run 100, rest, run 100, rest, run 100, rest. And I think that is how you get the most out of your body, but you also get the most out of the things that you want to accomplish. And you feel better at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of like work-life balance, right? It's all encompassing. You work, you have your job, but you also need to have your life. So you have to have work-life balance in that arena. But you also have to have a work-rest balance in your training because, all those marathon runners, I mean, tennis pros, they train for 6 hours a day. They need a day off where they do the massages, they do the sauna, they do, just like I need to take a break and repair my body.
And speaking of that, I personally think that us getting a sauna here at the gym would be epic. I know one of the things that I would like to focus on more would be more of the recovery for some of our members and some of the people that come here and train. Having a way where people can get into the sauna,
Right.
People can do some cold plunging, help reduce some inflammation because there's so many benefits. You got inflammation, you got the cognitive health benefits. You also got actually getting stronger. You got release of toxins. You got helping against carcinogens. There's so many ways that recovery helps and so many benefits that it
Yeah.
has by just resting.
There's really no cons to
Yeah.
recovery.
Yeah.
Really.
You do it too much.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think, even, the yoga classes and even our Dance and Fit that we have, I think those are two really nice options for recovery because the Dance and Fit is fun. So you get some cardio in there, but it's not anything crazy. And then obviously yoga, you're stretching your muscles out and
Yeah.
kind of letting them breathe.
Yeah. And it's not for everyone. So find what works for
Yeah, you got to find what's worked for you.
some people like yoga, some people don't.
Right.
Some people are like, I cannot do a cold plunge. It's way too cold. I understand that. Some people can't sit in the sauna because it's very, very
Very hot. Yeah.
So you have to find what works. If it starts off with walking, there's not one thing that works for everyone.
Right.
We all are different people, come from different backgrounds, who like different things, which is why there's so many ways of recovery. Just go to bed.
Yeah.
That's a way.
Or
Go to bed
get a book.
earlier. Yeah, get a book.
Get off your phone,
Yeah,
read a book,
yeah,
get away from the blue light,
yeah.
computer screens, and everything else.
There's so many ways to detox, and I think us realizing that finding what works best for you is very important.
Yeah. So speaking of a different type of recovery,
Okay.
we really put a lot of importance on our community, and with that, we also do events, and I think that really helps the community aspect of fitness destinations, and having these events outside of the gym kind of brings us more together. We've always said that FD is like a family, and we have our morning classes have group chats together, and that our outside events just allow like the 5 a.m. people to see the nighttime people, and I think it's really important that we do that.
Yeah. I think now the way that we're moving is really going to be beneficial because we got a lot of things coming down the pipeline that's really going to help boost our community involvement. We want to do some cultural events. We have our client appreciation.
Yeah.
Last year we did our breast cancer run.
We just did the Run for More
Yeah, we did run for
5K, which raised money for college scholarships, and
It's going back to school.
yeah, kids going into college, they need stuff for college in their dorm room.
Yeah, and we have a cookout coming up. And the one thing that I've realized is that people like to work out. People need a community. Most people know what to do when it comes to being healthy.
Right.
They just need a community to thrive in and feel a part of to help them do that. What I've realized is when you're by yourself, it's probably one of the worst things and places that you could be because you have no one to call for help. You have no support, and then you're stuck in your own mind. When you're in a community, you can bounce ideas off people. You can ask questions. And what you realize is that this person is struggling with the same way that I'm struggling.
Right.
And I can help this person can help me. So when I think of community in one word that kind of describes it for us is support. And having these events helps to show our community that we're here to support
Right.
no matter what you're going through. Even if you're not a paying active member at our facility, you're mostly welcome to all of our events.
Right.
And I think that is what the fitness world needs. We don't need anyone kind of saying anymore 21 day fit into this dress. We need more communities where people feel a part of, feel like they're thriving and things like that.
Well, yeah, because I think if you have that support system in place, it makes it a lot easier to, I'm going to come to the gym every day because, I'm going to get to see so-and-so and so-and-so. I can chat up with this person. Like Evie and I did this accountability challenge, and we didn't really have it wasn't a competition. We didn't have if you don't do it, you're going to lose money. But it was truly just holding each other accountable and kind of, we talked every day. I'd text her, she'd text me. Like it was, and it just made it, it just put it to a different level, And I just feel like we have so many pockets of that here at the gym. And then we do these events outside the gym that we can all just kind of sit back and relax, but it's still fun and everybody's, there's, we always have something competitive because you have to have games. So, but I think it's fun. And I love that that we have all this diversity and all these people, ages, walks of life, but they all just come together and we just have fun. And that I think is what is important, because working out isn't always fun, but it's an evil necessity. It's, especially as you get older. So I just think adding that layer of community, closeness, and togetherness just makes it that much easier.
Yeah, and I love that now we are a lot more consistent with it. And I think with us going into Q4, moving closer to the final quarter of the year, we're going to be finishing very strong.
Yeah.
Because, we're making people excited about being healthy, but we're also making people feel welcome from, like you said, our diverse from all walks of life, from old, young, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, all groups of people.
Yeah.
And I think that is important because in a world where not everyone, but a lot of people kind of stay in their own pocket, it invites people to try different things. Because we all want to.
Right.
But I think sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking, and to actually walk into a place where you get a smile and you feel welcome, I think it goes a long way.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. So what do we have coming up? We did the 5K a month and a half ago. We have the cookout, friends and family cookout, coming the end of October, which will be fun. We're including family and the kids.
Yep.
We're going to have some fountain house games.
Yeah, face painting, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then we're going to have our holiday party in December.
Client appreciation, that's the big one.
That's the big one. And that'll be nice. And then the new one that we thought of, try to get it in November, is the multicultural day, where we kind of do like a potluck, have people make their own cultural foods.
That's the one I want to do because
I think that'll be fun.
I think we have, with all of our diversity, and for all y'all at home, we want to see, well, I'm not gonna put this on everybody, but I know I want to see who makes the best jollof rice. Linda, if you listen to this,
I was gonna say we do have a good contingency of people that know how to make that.
Yeah, so we got people from Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria. I want to see who makes the
best
rice. That's been
I will have to go research that.
Yeah.
I do not know how to make that. I was like, I can make my great grandma Green's war cake that she used to make in World War I to sustain.
Okay. That's
I did make that for some history project in school. It's like art as a rock.
But yeah, so the multicultural event, I think, is going to be awesome because we get to see the diversity of our whole facility.
Yeah.
And I think that is by far one of the things that, I am most proud of and proud of being a part of, because I think it really shows our range as a facility to be able to impact the amount of people that we have. So,
well, I feel like because even the Hales, who are clients of ours, they've completely started including the whole FD community in their little weekend hikes that they do. We post it on social media if people want to go.
Yeah.
So now we've got clients doing stuff, including Jocelyn and Shaquita are doing a mental health awareness workshop the end of October.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
So I feel like we're expanding. It's not just about coming and working out for 45 minutes anymore.
Yeah. So moving, what do you feel like? Because you get to look at fitness destinations from the outside view. you're working here, but you also get to see it as a consumer as well by doing the classes and being so involved with all of the members here, from billing to questions that they may ask. I feel like you are personally the closest one to a consumer that actually works. You're like the bridge.
Yeah.
So would you step in more so on the consumer aspect, not the manager Gretchen, but the consumer Gretchen? What do you feel makes Fitness Destination, what like holds us apart from other gyms, as if you weren't working here?
I think the biggest thing is that, I mean, I've been doing this kind of working out for a really long time.
Yeah.
So I know how to do,
Like,
I know how to do all the exercises. I know the general rule of thumb, but I feel like even if there's somebody that comes in new or somebody that's seasoned like me, we're kind of all on the same level playing field. I might lift heavier than somebody who's just started 2 weeks ago, but we're both in it together. It's not, this is what I've told everybody about our gym, is that we're so inclusive that I've never felt uneasy or awkward, or
yeah.
maybe it's dance and fit because I can't because I'm an old white woman, but it's just so fun to just see. I love seeing new people come in and everybody embraces them. It's never ever pockets of groups or, oh, I'm going to beat you today, or I'm going to, oh, what's going, and so I think that's the biggest aspect of our gym.
Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest thing that sets us apart is when you come in, you see someone excited to see you. There's so many times that I've been in, not even just fitness spaces, I've been in other places, from restaurants to grocery stores to hair salons, where you may go to a place and it's almost like you could be a number. When you go to a place and someone's genuinely excited to see you, they're giving you a high five, a fist bump, a hug,
Yeah.
a booty tap. I think all of those things are very important for me, because it keeps me wanting to come back, but it also makes me feel, welcome.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have fancy things. You're just smiling. I remember, I don't know if anyone's familiar with CC's Pizza, but when CC's was around, I don't know if they're still around now.
I don't know, but they were cheap. That was cheap to take soccer teams.
My parents would take me there, and I would just be so excited for them to say, "Welcome to CC's, welcome to CC's, hey, welcome to O's." All those things were very, very important for me, and I still remember that to the day. I don't know if CC's is still around.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I still remember that. And me coming into a gym, a facility where someone's like, "Hey, welcome," high five, fist bump. To me, it means the world, because you never know what people are going through.
No.
But one thing is for certain, we're all going through something. Yeah.
I feel like when people come in through the front door, you're coming into my house. Like, that's how I feel like we have our gym set up, that they're totally coming in. You're coming into my house.
Yeah.
And we're going to have happy hour and hang out.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's amazing. And I know that where we're going is going to be nothing but success, because my dad would say this all the time: you help enough people get what they want, you'll eventually get what you want.
Right.
And I think we're doing such a good job of impacting and helping people become healthier, change their quality of life, lose weight, become stronger. It's inevitable that, and I find so much joy in that.
We have a lot of good karma in this gym.
Yeah.
That's like, it's, what goes around comes around. And I feel like we always seem to do the right thing. I mean, we had some bumps.
Oh, yeah.
We've grown and learned a lot of things along the way, but overall, I feel like we're doing
Yeah.
the-
Good job.
what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And I know we got a couple things going, like our client of the
We
month.
have the client of the month.
Anything else?
No, I think I'll do is Khadijah doesn't even know yet that she's client of the month. So she gets to find out this way. Although by the time this gets out,
Yeah.
but I mean, our client of the month doesn't necessarily have like they lost 30 pounds and 10 inches and 12% body fat.
Yeah.
We've had people that maybe have only lost 5 pounds, but they are consistent. They've grown in strength. They've internally, on a personal level have grown.
Yeah.
So that's what else I think is great, because we don't necessarily always pick out the person that is just killing it in the gym every day.
Yeah.
It kind of, we factor in all the pieces.
I think the client of the month, the criteria to become a client of the month in our fitness facility, I don't know, I can't speak for other fitness facilities, but I know with us, you have to be here. But when you're here, you really have to be here, meaning you have to be giving it your all.
Right.
You have to be a joy to be around. You have to commit to the culture. You have to want to see other people win as well. But then I also think you have to be a leader. Those are my criteria for, client of the month. Yeah, you have to show, you don't have to be 5% body fat. You don't have to be able to bench the most in the gym.
No.
You don't have to be able to squat the most. But you literally have to be a part of the culture to help the next person grow. And I think when the best thing someone can do is when they get to the top of a mountain, help pull somebody else up.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. That's why all of us here are trainers and we work here, because we've reached a point where I'm not saying we're perfect, but we reached a point where we can help reach back and help someone else feel this.
And I feel our clients, a lot of our clients are that way as well.
Yeah. It's not an easy task picking
No.
client of the month. I don't know what y'all do. And this is for all of our clients.
Yeah.
We pick our client of the month.
It's hard.
It is very challenging. It's not like,
We have a running list.
yeah, we all come together, we vote on it, and these are some really heated and debated conversations that we have to pick the client of the month. So,
Morning versus night,
yeah.
PT versus campers.
Yeah. So if you become a client of the month, it is something that you should be proud of.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this was a great discussion of a lot of different things, and hopefully everybody is able to pull something that they can put into use in their everyday lives.
Yeah.
And then we'll reconvene soon for the next one.
Yeah. That's it.
Reps and Real Talk.
Real talk, baby.
We're out.